Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
So, what's up, YouTube? Follow us straight up. Welcome to another episode of Race to 100. I'm Neil Latang. This is my co-host, Rix Torcell.
This is episode 2.
Episode 2. Today we're going to talk about something very interesting that just recently happened. Harriet Tubman will be featured on the $20 bill. The first African-American and first woman to be featured on the front of a U.S. banknote. What do you think about this, man?
I mean, I'm pretty fine with it. I think that's about time that we actually get a woman on U.S. currency. I mean, there's nothing really to complain about from the negative perspective. There's no downside to doing it. This is like the largest U.S. currency transfer in history since the Reformation of the country. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with it. It's interesting though because like Twitter has had mixed reactions. I mean, like
internet trolls.
Twitter, like yeah. I swear it's like so the only problem that I do have with it is that they said that they won't release the 20 until like year 2030, whereas they're going to release the 10 in like the redone 10 in year 2020. So I mean there's like a 10-year gap. They say it's because of counterfeiting and stuff like that, but I could understand how that might make people a little
let these racist bigots have the feeling of a African American on the cover of the $20 bill. Let it subside a little bit. They won't be able to handle it. Well, actually, what people don't understand is Harriet Tubman is going to be on the cover of on the front of the $20 bill, but Andrew Jackson's still going to be on the back of it. And they're going to redo the $10 bill, and they're going to redo the $5 bill. I believe Martin Luther King is going to be on the back of the $10 bill.
No, the 5.
He's going to be on the back of the $5 bill, and then they're going to put, I believe, Sojourner Truth or Eleanor Roosevelt on the back of the
They're going to put a bunch of suffragettes.
Exactly. And my thing is, why are we still including Andrew Jackson on the back of the $20 bill?
I mean, people like tradition. People like history. I mean, yeah. And it's funny too.
Okay, continue.
Well, it's funny too because I mean this isn't the first time that African Americans have been featured on currency in America.
That is true. But like, for once, it's actually for
not slavery.
Exactly, for a good reason and not a terrible reason. I mean, if we're talking about the Confederate U.S. and featuring slaves working, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
free labor on our paper money that we use. I mean, that's not something one would consider as honorable.
Yeah, and I mean, did you see the what was it, like the Montgomery currency or whatever?
Yeah,
that had a field of
slaves like literally working,
and that was like, the reason behind that was like it was meant to symbolize how important that the slave holding industry was to the economy, and obviously that's not right and all that.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that we're in such a culture right now that everyone is very, very sensitive about historical legacy, and I think that's in large part has to do with the fact that we haven't dealt with a lot of these issues on race that we should have a long, long time ago. I mean, we sort of pushed it to the side, more or less. I mean, we've tried to put Band-Aids over the problem without actually having an honest conversation. Because, in history, there's the 40 acres and a mule, right?
Yeah.
And that was considered to be reparations.
Yeah.
That's you can give somebody you can give a bunch of people something after you've done harm to them, but that doesn't make it okay.
That doesn't mask the true issue that lies within. Yeah. That doesn't cover up anything that's actually happened. Yeah.
So Harriet Tubman, man.
I wonder if white supremacist groups are going to be using $20 bills now.
They're gonna hoard the old 20s.
That's crazy, Because you'll know when someone if they use a $20 bill, they see Harriet Tubman, they're just gonna.
What did you think about the
scoff at the notion of giving a $20 bill to someone with a black lady on it?
Well, what did you think about the controversy that was over Harriet Tubman being too grandmotherly and not militant enough? They want her with a gun in the picture.
That's so American of us because we're the most violent country out there.
No, but that's the thing though. These are black,
if it ain't violent, it ain't American.
Who are saying Harriet Tubman carried a gun around with her. She was not a grandmother figure. She was the leader of the underground. Right?
Absolutely.
So they have them saying you're trying to domesticate Harriet Tubman, and Harriet Tubman was a fighter. She was a warrior. So she should have a gun. What do you think about that?
I think that's the stupidest idea ever. the dumbest idea ever.
Does any of our other currency have somebody with a gun in it?
On there?
Yeah.
Maybe on the back. On the front of it, no. But if you look, I mean, how many people actually examine
that's the question.
back of a dollar bill?
Do you know what currently is on the back of the $10 bill?
No. I
Okay.
don't believe so.
Without looking, try and guess.
I'm pretty sure it's an image of the Revolutionary War.
No, it's the White House.
It's the White House.
It's the White House. So what they're going to do is they're going to put Andrew Jackson on the back, but they're going to also keep the White House. But no one pays attention to what's on the back of the
Yeah, no one pays attention to
any
what's on
dollar
the back
bill,
of the
really.
dollar bill.
Yeah. I mean, now that Martin Luther King is going to be on the back of the 5, I think that people will be able to point that out. Pretty obviously.
Pretty obvious.
But man, I mean, this is a pretty big thing to happen. The fact that we suddenly have an influx of women on U.S. currency as well as African Americans. I mean, it's a big change in our culture, and it's crazy that we've gotten to that point right now where, I mean, there really is no public controversy against doing this. You don't hear anyone saying that this is a bad idea.
Actually, you do. Fox News
What?
has something to say about this.
What did Fox News say?
This is what they said. They said that they don't believe, it's not that Harriet Tubman shouldn't be. I believe the lady's name was Greta Van Susteren.
Yes.
Harriet Tubman, it's not that she shouldn't be on the front of a $20 bill, but we should still keep Andrew Jackson on the front of the $20 bill and invent another dollar bill for us to use and put her on it. Because Andrew Jackson was responsible for balancing the U.S. budget during an economic downfall in America, so we should keep him on there. We should make up the $25 bill and put Harriet Tubman
A $25 bill. You know what? I'd be down for a $25 bill. I think that would be kind of cool. Sorry, we had a little bit of technical difficulty, so we had to insert this cutscene here. But we just wanted to say,
thank you guys for watching. Rest in peace, China, and especially rest in peace, Prince.
and we will catch you next on the Race to 100.